Hello, George. Thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is one, to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online revenue, your presence, your traffic, and increase your leads that increase your business. Then two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website in the Seattle area and see if those tips and tricks could outrank him to be in front of the face of consumers on Google. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about, you could use these on your own for your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. My door's always open. But either way, if you leave me a few lines of feedback on the actual video, that'll help me get better at making these videos for local businesses. All right, let's start with content. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you could place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now you got a nicely laid out website, but I would just increase your content on here, your keywords, and that'll help you with some search power on Google, which I'll go over in a minute. So speaking of Google, if I was a consumer in the Seattle, Washington area, if I want to look for gas piping services, something you provide in the Seattle area, here's what comes up. So sometimes ads come up here. They're hit or miss. It's something to invest in if you haven't already. But a lot of people skip ads. A lot of times the map pack comes up here. This is with citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics. We feel this is most important. So the goal is any kind of service you provide or area you provide, you want to be on that first page of Google right in front of consumers. So speaking of the Seattle area, you can see you're not on the first page of Google. And you might have heard this, the best place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't type or click here to continue search for that service. So you want to be on that first page. And the goal is, to beat the top competitor. And usually we don't count directories like Yelp, HomeAdvisor, because if I'm a consumer, I'm going to click a local business for a service, not directories. So we can put you somewhere in the middle. So I'll compare your website to this website, Evergreen Home Heating and Engergy. See if those tips and tricks, if you could outrank him, outbeat him, you'll be on top of him and be at least on that first page of Google. So that's the goal. So keeping with content, here's the tool we use. It's called Ahrefs, that we do a deep dive in websites. So here's your website. Here's your URL. So right now you're using 38 keywords on your website. So that's something you definitely need to increase on your website is keywords, and you want to have more bang for your buck, more search volume. So the higher the search volume, the easier it is people find you. So gas piping, that's on your website. That's a good one. Definitely keep that one. Gas pipe near me. So keep some of those keywords on your website that gets giving you a lot of bang for your buck. But you want to increase your keywords on your website. Just comparing that to your local competitors. Here's their website here, natural gas piping. They got some content on here. They got a little bit more content. Maybe that's why they're ranking number 1 on Google or in the middle of Google. But compared to your 30-some keywords, they're using 146 keywords. So they're just using more keywords. And whatever keywords are not here, that's not in your website, you could take and use for you. Any kind of services that apply to you, any kind of gas piping services, gas detection, gas repair, all the areas that you serve, you could put those in your website and you get closer to outranking him on Google. So next is backlink. So we'll go back to your numbers, and here's your website here. So a backlink is anywhere where you find one website linking to another. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouching for you. So think of it like a popularity contest. The person with the most backlinks wins. But keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other gas piping services linked back to you. It doesn't help you if a doctor's office website or a restaurant website links back to you. It doesn't give you trust power in Google. So right now you only have 9 backlinks with 7 different reference domains. Just compare that to your local competitors. It's kind of in the middle. They're using 537 backlinks with 137 different reference domains. So to outrank them, to be in front of consumers more in the Seattle area with gas piping, you need to get closer to these numbers on your website. And then finally, there's citations. So citations is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, the goal is to be in the top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here, but you want to be in the top 3. Much like on Google page 2 and 3, people don't click this button for more businesses. And to outrank them, citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB. There's hundreds of others you probably heard of. Social media accounts work great too. So the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. So the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you could outrank them and be in here, right in front of the face of consumers. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together and you start to outgrow your competitors, here's what you might be looking at here and why that's worth it. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that will generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I'm creating this video for you to help you start generating those leads online. But if you find yourself you want more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that with more information. Or we could talk about your goals. I could do research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave a few lines of feedback for me, that helps me get better at making these videos. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hope it's helpful. Good luck in your business. Have a great day.